I'm closer to the golden dawn, immersed in Crowley's uniform of imagery.
Crowley taught that the way you could live forever was by vampirizing little children sexually through tantric sex magic. We have organizations like NAMBLA. Their slogan is sex before 8 or it's too late.
Moloch, in whom I am a consciousness without a body. Moloch, who burns down the love of the world. Woke up in Moloch. Moloch. Moloch.
There was an ancient Canaanite god who people would sacrifice their very children to obtain wisdom, goodwill, and protection. His name was Moloch.
Do you believe in magic?
Well, I've been an admirer of Aleister Crowley. I think that I'm carrying on much of the work that he started over 100 years ago, and I think the 60s themselves. You know, Crowley said, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law."
Millions of dollars would be spent on LSD research at universities throughout the country, and word would begin to spread on campus about this so-called mind-blowing drug. And suddenly, there was the counterculture of the 60s.
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement, counterculture events of the 1960s.
My model for playing is based on a psychedelic experience. So this guy who was like sort of a famous freak and that ran around the scene in those days comes in and he's got this big birthday cake. He's got this huge big birthday cake. I'm looking at it thinking that thing has got to be dosed. I just know this sucker. I know it's dosed. I'm looking at it and looking at it and thinking, yeah, that's right. I'm sure it's done. And then I said, but it looked good. It was beautiful. This beautiful big. So I thought, I'll just take a little of the frosting here. I'll just take a little snack. So I took this, and then somebody comes in and says, yeah, we put about 800 hits of acid in that frosting, and I go, oh God, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm going to be totally fucking wiped out with this,
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement.
Jesus Christ. And by this time, I didn't really enjoy playing, under the influence of psychedelics, because I didn't have the freedom to quit if I wanted to. It wasn't really that much fun to play when you don't have the option. When you don't have options. So I mean, it wasn't something I was looking forward to. And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting to play, and we're going later. It gets getting later and later and later, and I'm coming on. Now I'm going on like the place is swimming, and I start to overhear people. And I'm going off in this paranoid space. I'm thinking, God, this place is full of mafia guys, and they're all trying to kill me. I got that notion in my head. This guy comes in. He looks exactly like a mafia guy. He says, "Here, you want something to drink?" And I look at it, poison. No thanks. It's like everybody is armed to the teeth. They're all trying to kill me. Okay, so and I'm waiting there going, oh shit, this is it. This is my last night on Earth. I'm convinced of this now. Still in this psychedelic roar. And so we're going out on stage, to go play, and I'm going out there and I'm thinking, oh God, Jesus, what have I done to deserve this? I'm going to go out there and play, and they're going to fucking kill me, So the only thing I could think of to do was I said, okay, I'm just going to play for my life. I'm going to play for my life. That's what I'm going to do, And so I played for my life, and they let me live. Ever since then, ever since then I thought that works, for me, is to play for my life, when I forget what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, I play for my life.
I believe
with the advent of acid, we discovered a new way to think. And it had to do with piecing together new thoughts in your mind that produced people like Bob Dylan.
That's when I went to the Crossroads and made it a big deal. You know, like, one night, and then went back to Minneapolis, and I was like, hey, where's this guy been? You know, he went to the Crossroads.
And John Lennon. And William S. Burroughs. That we're using new images together in a way that jarred the mind and produced images that were latent in our consciousness, but were not being brought about by reading Vanity Fair or Woman's Home Companion.
In the forest, a 45-foot-high stone owl ready to sacrifice an effigy. It's Moloch! 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 The great horned giant Babylonian pagan fire god mascot of the Bohemian Grove! Watch Moloch's annual ritualistic thrill show spectacular, The Creation of Care! Businessmen, bankers, politicians, and presidents side by side, ridding themselves of no care. For 2 weeks in July, the elite are out to cross-dress, drink wine, and touch penises. That's right, it's Man-O-Rama! This hooded rogue satanic summer camp with skulls is men only. Get down and dirty in the woods. Plus gourmet food.
A barbecue. A baby barbecue. You want to barbecue the babies.
But remember, weeding spiders come not here.
Mr. Gergen, say hi to Moloch for me, Canaanite deity, and I'll see you at Eyes Wide Shut, baby.
Located at 20601 Bohemian Avenue, just off the 12 freeway in Monte Rio. Exactly 75.2 miles north of San Francisco. Turn right on Fulton, left on Occidental, right at Green Hill, another left at Brighton, right at Bohemian Highway, and one more right at Bohemian Avenue, and you're there. Brought to you by MK Ultra. Be Control. Be Ultra.
What insights can you share with us about your performance at the Bohemian Grove?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't talk much about the Bohemian Grove because, you know, it's a place that people go to get away from the spotlight. You know, a lot of relatively well-known guys are members of that club. Basically, it was founded 130 years ago or so. By artists and writers, for artists and writers, and still, in order to get in, you have to have something to offer in that regard. A lot of the members are, you know, successful entrepreneurs or businessmen of one sort or another, but they all have an artistic bent. The stuff you hear about it in the rumor mill is, while entertaining, I've never caught any virginal sacrifices, anything kind of remotely like that. He's really had some interesting times up there.
Moloch, in whom I am a consciousness without a body. Moloch, who burns down the love of the world. Woke up in Moloch. Moloch. Moloch.
Yeah, this is all God's doing, man, you can't plan it. But if the devil's in the details, then I'm satanic.
Firearms and fire water are a dangerous combination, but don't tell that to Hunter S. Thompson. Both are key ingredients in a process he calls gonzo journalism, one that has given birth to a new book written in his cabin in Woody Creek, Colorado. If you're a product of the 60s, then you probably know who Hunter is.
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement, counterculture events of the 1960s.
Billed as a media critic, the writer who took a generation of readers on a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Where'd you get this? Never mind, it's absolutely pure. What kind of monster client have you hooked up with this time?
Satanism freak.
I think there's only one source for this stuff. The, adrenaline gland from a living human body.
It was my ability, each carrying a nerve of 16 years each.
It all started when a former porn producer by the name of Gail Slater Palmer claimed he tried to attack her in his hot tub.
It was after about 2 hours. I was ready.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this is the evil place. I mean, it's like...
That led to an 11-hour search of his cabin, and that turned up 39 hits of LSD, a trace amount of cocaine, and a vintage machine gun. 39 hits of LSD.
I believe with the advent of acid, we discovered a new way to think.
God, this place is full of mafia guys, and they're all trying to kill me, you know?
The case against him was eventually thrown out of court.
You believe that someone was magic, someone defied physics, someone had superpowers, someone was a person who could bring people back to life, someone could come back to life themselves. I don't believe you're intelligent.
So Hunter Thompson approached you about doing a snuff film?
Yep.
Okay.
He offered me $100,000 to shoot a snuff film, and I wouldn't do it. I did say snuff film. That's where they would actually kill somebody.
Okay.
And have it on film. They would sell the tape to these wealthy business people for tremendous amounts of money.
Hunter S. Thompson, a friend of yours, you met him late in his life.
Winona's parents were close friends with Allen Ginsberg, one of the beat poets Johnny idolized.
And then we went to his place, and he asked me up for a tea. Went up and had a tea, and we sat there and spoke about Kerouac. He was great.
The names read like an Oscar party guest list. Actors Johnny Depp, Jack Black, singers Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam, Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks.
Hi, I'm Natalie Maines, and I support the West Memphis 3.
They are all supporting the West Memphis 3.
Learn about the new evidence.
You're uncomfortable talking about what actually transpired in that investigation. Why is that?
There is a wealth of money supporting the West Memphis 3.
Jesse Miskelly allegedly confesses to watching 2 other suspects choke, rape, and sexually mutilate 3 West Memphis second graders.
He said he saw Damien and Damien's best friend Jason abuse the 3 boys in a devil-worshipping ritual.
I saw Damien hit this one boy real bad. Now he started screwing him and stuff.
He also stated that the penis was a symbol of power in his religion known as Wicca.
He told me how he dismembered the kid. He sucked the blood from the penis and the scrotum and put the balls in his mouth.
How can you be absolutely sure that these 3 men are innocent?
If there was the tiniest sliver of doubt, I wouldn't be sitting here.
I wouldn't say I drank blood. I licked.
Anybody that's come on television must be an initiated witch. You can just check them off.